What is up, everyone? This is Garrelsey. Today we are going to head over to Tommy for the ARC store, and this is a series that was kind of requested upon the people that watch my content too. It's kind of like, Garrelsey, you buy it so we don't have to type series. I'm eventually going to do a whole entire breakdown of every gun and where I place it on a tier list. But if this doesn't gain popularity, I'm probably just going to do a couple of gun series and then call it a day. But for today's video, we're going to go over every 5.56 by 45 gun. We're going to shoot it at a wall. We're going to show the pattern, and then we're going to show you the other fire modes that they have with the gun as well. So I will probably have it labeled out if I'm not being lazy. I'll probably go through everything, but we're going to kind of start with level 1 5.56 by 45 and then make our way all the way up to the level 4 5.56 by 45, which would be the M4A1 mod. So stay tuned, watch them all. Let's get to it. Oh yeah. Before we really get started, also want to say, Wheeled VR, the one stock, best gun stock on the market, goes good with Exfilzone. Link in description. Use code Garrelsey. Alright, let's get back to the video. Alright, to get us started out is this little guy. It is the AR-15 pistol 5.56 by 45 semi-carbon rifle. As you can see, it has no select fire mod at all. It is just semi. Most 5.56s will just be pulled back to charge and just push and fire. It will bounce. It looks like it bounces a little bit, not much, but basically the speed of this gun is how fast your little finger wants to go. For our next one, we have the AR-15 Hunter 5.56 by 45 semi assault rifle. As you can see as well, it also only has semi. So as I said before, how fast your finger wants to go is how fast this gun will shoot. These are pretty simple starter guns. This one I actually kind of like. This one you actually had to do for mission. Kind of enjoyed this one. Not too bad of a gun. Alrighty, we have our first gun in the 5.56 series that actually has a select fire mod that you can switch. It is the M16A2 5.56 by 45 assault rifle. Take note, it's kind of weird. This one, for level 1, has superior firing power, which I didn't even know that. That's kind of interesting that they would say that this has superior firepower. Just like any other one, pull back the charge. We're going to go ahead and do it to semi first, just to show you how it shoots as a single bullet. Just like the other ones, it seems like nothing really bounces too much. And then take note as well, this is only going to, for the select fire is only burst. It does not have a full auto select fire modification. I did notice that you have to hold all the way down to get the full burst. And it doesn't really bounce that much. It bounces up, but it's not like it's crazy on the burst. And so it's not like it's gonna go boom boom like aim chest. Like you almost want to just aim pretty much neck to head, because it's like when it comes to a full auto, sometimes people aim at the chest and let it kind of roll up if it's got too much recoil, but not much. But like I said, if you aren't careful, if I can always freaking load it, if you're not careful, you can end up shooting single fire in your burst if you get a little too excited. So take note of that with this gun. We are now onto level 2 5.56 weapons, and in my hand here, this little one is the M4A1 Agent 5.56 by 45 carbon rifle. This one actually has its first of the M4 series for the select fire to be auto. Just like all of them, we're going to show the semi first and then go to its other select fire mod to then show you that as well, the recoil. And pull it back just like the normal ones. How many times in this video am I going to forget to charge it? A little bit more bouncing. A little bit more bouncing than the other ones. I will say though, you do get this gun from a scav raid sometimes. I've used this for a long time. It's not very good at distance, but close range, I actually use this gun quite a bit. I really like it. It gives you a lot of options to put lights on and sights, things like that. Alright, let's do the select fire to auto. This is the first gun that will actually see a recoil pattern. And I'm not pulling anything, I'm just kind of letting it do its thing. It looked like it jumped for a second, and then it just stayed right there. So it's not like it's really that much of a recoil. Like I said, overall, really like this gun. Next up, we have the M4A1 5.56x45 assault rifle. It also has two select fire modes of semi and auto. I don't really necessarily like this gun. A lot of people use this for a beginner gun. I don't like the handle that's up here, and when you put any type of sight on it, it is super high. I don't like elevated sights, but let's get into this. I told you, how many times in this video am I going to do that? So I don't think in the semi-auto we're really going to get any type of crazy bounce or anything. I think it's going to be pretty simple, straightforward. Alright, let's go ahead and switch it to auto and see the recoil pattern. A little bit higher up. It did shoot up a little higher, and it felt like it was still rising. So, definitely a little bit more of a kick than the Agent. Alright, on to our next gun, and in my opinion, probably the best 5.56 at a beginning level budget gun is right here, and it is the M4A1 CQBR 5.56x45 assault rifle. It is the very first one that I feel like is reliable. It can shoot at distance. Everything is evened out. It was my go-to gun, so kind of biased on it. Kind of like it. It's got two different firing. I got semi, auto. Like the other ones, let's start with semi. Okay, it's almost like I'm doing it as a joke now, but I'm not. Pretty straightforward. I don't think we're going to really change on any of those on how it is. Let's see the recoil pattern. Okay. You got to figure that out. Alright, so this one, unlike the other one, went straight up and caused a pattern. And this one actually kicked a little bit to the left and then came back and then created a pattern. Very interesting. I wasn't expecting that. So, interesting pattern for that recoil. Alright, now we're on to the next one. This is the AUG. I just noticed something when doing a last recording, is that you see this, it wants to pick up on the sight, but this is the AUG A1. You see how it just switched? It gets really confused on what it's trying to do. They might want to look into that, but anyways, another 5.56. I personally have not used this one. I don't really like the sight on this thing. I think it's kind of goofy. Some people like it. But yeah, let's go ahead. It only has one select fire mod. It is just full auto. Let's go ahead and check out the pattern. You charge it up here. Got to be careful. It will get stuck. And then you put it, so you just got to watch out for that. Some of them just get stuck like that. So as you can see, it pulls up. I think if I wasn't holding on to it, it would have kept going straight up. This one has quite a bit of kick. I feel like my gun stock is kind of holding it once it gets up there. But as you can see, it kicked pretty fast, so you got to be kind of ready for that jump with this gun. Who uses this? I want to know. Who likes the AUG style stuff? I prefer more of them for series, but who uses AUG? Let me know. We are now into level 3, 5.56. To start us off here, we have the M16A2 Gen 2 5.56x45 assault rifle. You can see that, just like the other one, this one also has superior power. Its select fire modes is semi and burst, almost like the Gen 1. So let's go ahead and do the. All right, back to not loading it again. There we go. Not much of a difference. Almost feels like this one bounces a little more. I wonder if the burst fire. Look at that. We loaded it this time. I wonder if the burst fire might be faster on this one. I don't know. Let's find out. Kind of. It does jump a little more. Look at that. It does jump a little more. It is a little faster. A little bit more of a kick. But just like the other one, if you're not careful, if you don't fully hold down the trigger, you'll end up just shooting single fire. So, alright, I think everyone in the community knows what this is. This is probably everyone's bread and butter, mid-tier. I know probably even people that are, in-game type stuff. I think a lot of people still use this. This is probably the most well-rounded used gun in the game that's not going to break your bank. The RC 416 5.56x45 assault rifle. For the most part, I don't even think I really have to talk much about this. Great gun. Even that just sounds different. Just shooting single. Alright, let's do full auto. See its pattern. Look at that. We're back at it. Sometimes I just feel like not loading it. A lot faster. This one I feel like just shoots super fast. Had a little bit of a kick. Not much of a kick, and then kind of even itself out. We're kind of getting the same type of pattern style with the 5.56s. So it's not a lot of them. The 5.56s, they just shoot pretty straight. Pretty straight with the 5.56s. Alright, we have two AUGs on the table. I brought them both in here because I guarantee they're going to probably shoot the same. With these AUGs, they don't have any type of select fire mode on them. They're just full auto. The only difference is that this one has a built-in sight. This one allows you to have a scope or a sight that you want for yourself. But just like the other ones, since they have a sight, it has a hard time trying to pick it. But it's the AUG A3. You see how it wants to do that, and they need to look into that. But it's the STG 7.7556 assault rifle, FDE. Let's go ahead and put some ammo in this. Charge it up, and let's go ahead and see this pattern. So, first you can see it bounced pretty much just like the other AUGs. I don't really think there's too much of a difference between any of them. I think statistically they're all pretty much going to jump the same, almost like this one. I think we're going to get the kind of the same type of feel out of this. It is nice that you get to add your own scope or sight to this, so I would prefer using this one if I was going to use anything. I didn't really like the load back here. It's kind of just weird for me. In my opinion, I wasn't expecting that. This one, for some reason, didn't kick as much. So, yeah, if you're going to pick one of the AUGs out of the three that I've showed you so far, I would go with this one. You get to have your own scope and sight, and didn't kick as much. That was pretty smooth. Alrighty, we are now on to level 4, and I did not know until I was looking at the levels that they had a level 4 AUG. So I guess if you like the AUG style, then you can progress through the leveling system with the AUG, which is pretty nice. It's almost like the M4 series. You can pretty much progress through the M4 series. So yeah, this is the epic AUG A3 Riz 5.56 by 45 assault rifle black. Oh man, this feels good. Alright, it had somewhat of a kick. Not as smooth as the other one. This one had more of a rotating pattern and was kind of bouncing unevenly. For this being an epic and the other one that I showed you that didn't have, they could also put the sight and scope on, I would almost go with that. This one almost seemed more bouncier than that one. So yeah, up to you. Check it out. Alrighty, we are now on to the big boy here. This is the Second 16, the 5.56 by 45 version assault rifle. It has two select fire modes, which is single and full auto. Just like the other ones, let's go ahead and see the single. Okay. Are you guys keeping track? How many times have I done that? I will say the 5.56 is a little bit smoother than the 7.62. 7.62 is a little bit more bouncier. Haha, loaded it. So that one has some major bounce to it. Almost everything in the 5.56 I've noticed it always has one major jump, and then it kind of evens out and then kind of wants to circle and rotate. But if you don't kind of get a handle of it soon enough, then it's just going to keep, obviously rising. I think we've only seen one that kind of shot at an angle. For most of the part, what I'm seeing is that they're going up and then kind of just rotating circular. So it's not, the recoil pattern in this was a little bit more surprising than I had thought. So let's go to the next one. We are now on to the last gun of this series and the last M4 of the series as well, and in my opinion the best 5.56 weapon you can get in the game. This is the M4A1 Mod DD assault rifle. It has two select fire modes, semi and auto. This is just a well-rounded gun. This will win you almost every gunfight you're in. It is just, it just shoots so good. So a little bit of bounce, not too much. Feels good. And then here is mainly what it's known for. This thing has like no recoil. So as you can see, most of the 5.56 will have that bounce, and then it'll kind of circle into its recoil pattern. This one is just no jump, straight recoil. It is just a laser. So hopefully this video has helped you, kind of going from level 1 all the way up to level 4 weapons. I really hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if there is another series of weapons you want or anything else. I'm here. This is the series, like I said before. It is Geralty will buy it so you don't have to type series. So have a good one.